No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. A passion for calculus can unlock new worlds. The most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. Genius is patience. Inherent force of matter is the power of resisting by which everybody, so far as it is able, perseveres in its state, either of resting or of moving uniformly straight forward. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. 'Tis much better to do a little with certainty and leave the rest for others that come after, than to explain all things by conjecture without making sure of anything. Nothing can be divided into more parts than it can possibly be constituted of, but matter, i.e. finite, cannot be constituted of infinite parts. As a blind man has no idea of colors, so we have no idea of the manner by which the all-wise God perceives and understands all things. Atheism is so senseless. When I look at the solar system, I see the Earth as the right distance from the Sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Tact is the knack of making a point without making an enemy. To me, there has never been a higher source of earthly honor or distinction than that connected with advances in science. You have to make the rules, not follow them. Truth is the offspring of silence and meditation. I keep the subject constantly before me and wait till the first dawnings open slowly, by little and little, into a full and clear light. And to every action there is always an equal and opposite or contrary reaction. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. The proper method for inquiring after the properties of things is to deduce them from experiments. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. To myself I am only a child playing on the beach, while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. The seed of a tree has the nature of a branch or twig or bud. It is a part of the tree, but if separated and set in the earth to be better nourished, the embryo or young tree contained in it takes root and grows into a new tree. My powers are ordinary, only my application brings me success. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. An object that is at rest will tend to remain at rest. An object that is in motion will tend to remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. If others would think as hard as I did, then they would get similar results. We are to admit no more causes of natural things than such as are both true and sufficient to explain their appearances. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. All my discoveries have been made in answer to prayer. The more time and devotion one spends in the worship of false gods, the less he is able to spend in that of the true one. I know not how I seem to others, but to myself I am but a small child, wandering upon the vast shores of knowledge, every now and then finding a small bright pebble to content myself with, while the vast ocean of undiscovered truth lay before me. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. I believe the more I study science, the more I believe in God. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true, for if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. If I have done the public any service, it is due to my patient thought. Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he discovered the law of gravity. He replied, by thinking about it all the time. Don't doubt the Creator because it is inconceivable that accidents alone could be the controller of this universe. No sciences are better attested than the religion of the Bible. Trials are medicines which our gracious and wise physician prescribes because we need them, and he proportions the frequency and weight of them to what the case requires. Let us trust his skill and thank him for his prescription. It is the weight, not numbers of experiments, that is to be regarded. The wonderful arrangement and harmony of the cosmos would only originate in the plan of an almighty omniscient being. This is and remains my greatest comprehension. Errors are not in the art, but in the artificers. If you are affronted, it is better to pass it by in silence, or with a jest, though with some dishonor, than to endeavor revenge. If you can keep reason above passion, that and watchfulness will be your best defenders. There are more sure marks of authenticity in the Bible than in any profane history. What goes up must come down. I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself in now and then, finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. To explain all nature is too difficult a task for any one man, or even for any one age. Yet one thing secures us whatever betide. The Scriptures assure us that the Lord will provide. If I have done great things, it's because I was standing in the closet of smart men, taking notes, and then publishing their ideas as my own. The best way to understanding is a few good examples. I have a fundamental belief in the Bible as the Word of God, written by men who were inspired. I study the Bible daily. Opposition to godliness is atheism in profession and idolatry in practice. Atheism is so senseless and odious to mankind that it never had many professors. If I am anything, which I highly doubt, I have made myself so by hard work. When two forces unite, their efficiency double. To arrive at the simplest truth requires years of contemplation. All knowledge and understanding of the universe was no more than playing with stones and shells on the seashore of the vast imponderable ocean of truth. The changing of bodies into light and light into bodies is very conformable to the course of nature, which seems delighted with transmutations. That's it for the day, guys. I hope you liked the video. Support us with a like, share, and subscribe. That's it for the day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.